very good morning, students. Now we begin with session 2 of computer application. Now in your previous session we had learned about the types of computers and the features. The different types of computers which we learned were microcomputers, mini computers, mainframe computers and supercomputers. Now in today's session we will be doing in detail about the microcomputers. Now as you can see, microcomputers, desktop, laptop, tablet, palm top, handheld and embedded systems, they all are an example of microcomputers. We learn a little about each one of them in detail. Now we come down to the first one, that is desktop. Now what is a desktop computer? A computer which fits on a desk or a table is termed as desktop computer. You might have all seen in your computer lab also, in your home also, or in your office or workplace also, the computers which are placed on the table and are accessed with different hardwares, they are called desktop computers. Now the second one is laptop computer. They are small in size and can be placed on a lap. As the name suggests, they can be placed on a lap. They are expensive than desktop and they are portable. Portable in the sense is you can carry them along with you. Now the third type of computer is tablet. Tablets are smaller and lighter than laptop computers. They are they have touch sensitive screen for navigation, for moving on the screen, to make movements on the screen, selecting the icon, clicking on different options. It means navigation on the screen. They have different configuration depending upon the accessibility by the user. There are different types of tablet also available in the market. Now the fourth type is palm top. When we talk about palm top computer, it is a computer which can fit in your palm of your hand. It has small screen with a stylus or a pen to write. Now the fifth one is handheld. When we talk about handheld devices, there are again two types: smartphones, which nowadays we are using, and the game console. Smartphones, now what are they? They are again a handheld device that includes the feature of computer and a mobile phone. Like in every smartphone you can make use of calling, and then you can text messages, make use of MS Office, make use of different softwares. It is embedded in a smartphone. Now when we talk about game console, what is it? Game console is used for playing interactive video games. We use a joystick, okay, to play games on the system. They are equipped with screen, game controls and speakers, like the Sony PlayStation, the best example I can give you. They are come under game console devices. Now the last type of microcomputer is embedded system. Now what are they? Every house may be having a microwave or an automated washing machine or a dishwasher. They all are an example of embedded system. Now what they actually are? It is a system which combines the computer, processor, computer memory and other peripheral devices within a larger mechanical or electrical device. Now example, if we take microwave, in a microwave, the different chips, the computerized chips or integrated chips are fitted inside the microwave so that it can perform different functions. It's got a sensor screen also, and we can perform different functions with the help of these chips. Now with this we come to the end of microcomputers. The next topic we are going to discuss is computer language. Now what is a computer language? To communicate with a computer, we need a language which the system or the computer understands. That is called a computer language. Now computer language are of four types. The first one is machine language. Then we have the assembly language. The third one is high level language. And the fourth one is fourth generation language. Now as you can see, we will be discussing first the first language and the second language. when we talk about the machine language, now what is machine language? As the name suggests, machine language is the language understood by the computer or the device. Machine language is the language which is understood by the computer system. Now it uses the binary digits 0 and 1. All the instructions which are given by the user to the computer are being transformed or transferred into binary digits, that is 0 and 1. They are machine dependent. It means the program codes which are created for a single machine, we cannot run it on some other machine. That is called they are machine dependent and very difficult to learn. They are also known as low level language. They are termed as low level language. Now the second language, computer language, is assembly language. This was used in the second generation, so it is also termed as 2GL, that is called second generation language. Now assembly language uses mnemonic codes and symbols in place of 0 and 1. There were some special symbols or codes used as mnemonic codes which are used in assembly language. The second point is it is easy to learn than machine language. It was easier than machine language. The third point is it is again machine dependent and time consuming. Like the first generation language or the machine language, this was also machine dependent, and they are also termed as low level language. Now the third language used is high level language, that is also called 3GL, that is third generation language. The features of third generation languages are they were simple and user friendly. The languages which we are using nowadays are simple to use and they are user friendly, means the user can easily understand the language. It is again machine independent. Now when we compare it to first and second language, they were machine dependent. Now the third generation language or the high level language, they are machine independent. They don't depend on any computer system. Any program or set of instruction created on a single machine, you can run it on any other platform or any other system. So they are machine independent. Next is similar to English language. The words or the codes which are used in these languages are very much similar to the English language. Examples of the third generation language are BASIC, C++, Java, COBOL, Pascal, Fortran, and so on. Now the fourth generation language. The fourth generation language, they are an advanced stage of third generation language. That is, they are more user friendly and independent of any operating system. They don't depend on a particular operating system. You can run them on any operating system. They have got high speed performance and are more closer to human language. Third generation language was also user friendly. Fourth generation is an advanced version of third generation language, and they are much more easier for the humans to understand and to use. Example of fourth generation language is SQL, which stands for Structured Query Language. Now we have completed the computer languages. What I want you today is, for today's session, you will be drawing all the 3 charts which I have given you today, and please learn them along with the reading of the chapter. You have to draw the charts given today and learn them. Read the chapter given in the PDF file. Refer the PDF file given you earlier in the first session and you read them, so it will be much more clear to you. Thank you, children.